My name is Dr. Arthur Wilson, and you can call me Arthur. But I have this little thing I'm trying to do, trying to tell stories about myself and things I find of interest. And I find myself sitting in Amsterdam, and I've never grew up thinking I'd want to go to Amsterdam. This is my second time here. And somewhere along the lines of my life, I became one of the things I became interested in. Because I mentioned a lot of things, but one of the things I became interested in is Vincent van Gogh. And I've had an opportunity to visit his magnificent museum twice. And yesterday I was there, and I like his art. I mean, I think Starry Night is one of my and millions of others' favorite pictures. I like irises. Uh, I like the potato eaters. Uh, and his pictures are so iconic. Okay. So Van Gogh only sold one picture in his life. And now they got a great museum that is a testament to his legend. Let's talk about his legend for a bit. I think he's a great artist. I don't like all his pictures. And he only sold one picture in his lifetime. But how did he become great? And this is the lesson for me. Van Gogh is almost like some of these social media influencers of his day. Is that he wanted fame and fortune. And he wanted it bad. And what a lot of people don't understand is how hard he practiced and how much work he put into to becoming this great artist, this unique artist. The swirls, the depth, the shadows, the perspective. Um, these were not natural to him. He had to learn these. And he learned this in a 10-year period. He was only painting for a 10-year period, and he was prolific. He was prolific in how he practiced. He was prolific in how he pumped out his paintings. Now, that was new to me. I'm saying he was chasing his bag. He was chasing the money. He was chasing fame and fortune. And like many influencers or many other people, period, during his lifetime, he was not recognized as being successful. He was recognized as being insane. He was recognized for being difficult. He was recognized for a lot of things, but he wasn't recognized as a famous painter. So during this trip to Amsterdam, what I found out this time, what I found really interesting was he was successful because of love. No matter how difficult he was, and they were saying he was bipolar, he had schizophrenia. But one of the things is his brother stood by him. With all his quirks, his brother and his brother's wife, his sister-in-law, stood by him. For years, they believed in his art. They believed in him. They seen how hard he worked. They understood the work. They understood what he was trying to achieve. And they didn't abandon him. Through all the ups and downs that being with a mental person is, and the changes that a mental person can go through, and even living with a person with some mental issues, which they did, because Vincent van Gogh lived with him for a while. They dealt with it. They didn't abandon him. So on July 29th, when Vincent van Gogh killed himself, And there's always conspiracy theories. Some say that no, he didn't kill himself. Somebody shot him because he was a jerk. Um, but but what we have is that once he died, first his brother, then his sister-in-law kept his memory alive. They promoted his paintings. And eventually his pictures started selling. Eventually he started being recognized as a great artist. And the only reason that was because is that the sister-in-law and the brother kept the correspondence, kept the paintings that he created, opened exhibitions promoting Van Gogh. They promoted his greatness, and they got rich out of it, and they created generational wealth. And to this day, there's a testament called the Van Gogh Museum. Not everybody can do this, but they did. So congratulations for them. But I think that's a very important part of this story about Van Gogh. And to me, that's more important than the art. It's the love. And not everybody gets that kind of love. Not everybody gets that kind of support. And we're talking about Vincent van Gogh today because he did. His art is beautiful, but I think his story is even more powerful. Thank you for listening. And I'm feeling fortunate to be here in Amsterdam, to see the things I'm seeing, and be able to share these things with you.